Okay, so I just wanted to go over the way that we edit the photos and just kind of show you a general rule of thumb to follow. So, first to start off, what we do first is move the contrast up to around 20 to 30. Always drop the highlights down, to around minus 80, maybe even minus 100 sometimes. Shadows up, and then blacks down slightly, and then we put up clarity to around 20 to 30 as well. Dehaze, this is a new feature that Lightroom added, and that goes up to about 20. Put up the vibrance to around 25, saturation up, to around 4 or so. And then we put up the sharpening to around 20. Okay, so I'll go ahead and sync this with the other photos that we have here. So it's a general setting, but now I'm looking at this photo. It still looks kind of red. It looks like it has a tint of red to it. So I'm gonna go over here and move this down on the slider, to like -8 or something. That is what we're looking for some kind of a photo. And maybe even, it looks a little yellow too. So maybe drop the temperature a little bit. So that is what we started with, and that's what we're looking for an edit. And I'll just pull up the photo that we got from you so I can show you the difference between yours and mine. So this is yours, and mine is on the right. So you can see this is much better. The sky is much more blue. It doesn't look nearly as red or yellow. Yeah, so we're shooting for something like this on the right. So I'll go through a couple more and show you the finished results. We'll go to the next one on the right. Okay, yeah, so right off the bat, that is really, really red. So we're going to change the tint a lot on that. And it still looks yellow too, so drop down temperature to blue. See, that looks much better already. And now it's a little dark, so bring up the exposure. Made a little too much tint. And sometimes you can move up the dehaze value as well. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So that's what we started with, and that is what we're gonna end with. So let me pull up yours. Okay, yeah, so you can see right off the bat, the image that I have is much more blue. You can tell this is very yellow, and this looks a lot more blue. So we're looking for something like this for the edits. Go on to the next one. All right, that looks pretty good. And try to remember also, you can crop in a little bit. If the crop is not looking good when we give it to you, you can go ahead and resize it a little bit. And sometimes what we do is we go down here to transform and you click the auto, and sometimes that'll help to align the image. It'll look for the parallels, and so you see, yeah, it just cropped it in. So this is a little too dark, obviously. Brighten it up a little bit. And it looks a little blue, so I will just add a couple of increments to the yellow temperature. So something like that. That's what we started with, and that's what we're going to be ending with. That. Let's see which one you have here for us. Okay, yeah, so you can see mine. That's what we're looking for. So just make sure to color correct as well, and look at not only the temperature but also the tints, because both need to be adjusted sometimes. So yeah, you can just tell yours and mine. Just try and make it look a little more like this one on the right for all of them. And so yeah, you can kind of go through now and see this is what you sent. It's way too yellow, also a little red tint, so go ahead and fix that. And just looks a little too bright. I'd say drop the highlights down as much as possible and then increase the shadows. So let's see what I can do with that. So I can see already, yeah, that it's still a little red tint. So I'm going to drop the tint down and maybe make it a little bluer. The dehaze helps too, stuff like this. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So let's see the comparison. Okay, yeah. So hopefully this is helping to explain more what our style that we're looking for is. So that looks much better than this to us. So if you can make those kind of changes going forward, that'll be very helpful. So let me know if you have any questions about what we've gone over right here. Okay, thanks.